Well, a very special press conference at the end of the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. Congratulations on winning the Peter Brock Trophy, Scott McLaughlin and Alex Premer. Second place today, Shane Van Gisbergen and Garth Tander in an all-time classic. And great to see James Courtney and Jack Perkins for Walkinshaw Andretti United. And a very hard-earned third place. We've also got Dick Johnson and Roger Penske here, who will move in at some point, but we'll start with the gentleman at the desk. Scott, what an incredible day. The vibe around Mount Panorama was just humming on that last restart. Could you feel that from your point of view?
Yeah, I could see the people on the safety car laps. You know, they're all waving their forward flags and pretty excited about everything. But you know, for me, it was all about just I had one lap to do. You know, I still had work to do, and I had Shane behind me and JC and stuff that who push like no end, and I just knew that last lap, even though I tried to save as much fuel as I could so I could go flat out, and then that way that ended up me having basically no tyre pressure, or the warmth had gone, so the first two corners was a bit skatey, but then over the top was just full commitment. It was probably one of the coolest laps, to be honest, like low fuel and low tyre grip, and just really sliding it around, and it was unreal. Without
that last safety car, the very last one with Andre in the fence, do you reckon you would have made it?
Oh, it sounds like we would have, but yeah, I was only just doing the numbers that that Richard was telling me, my engineer and the boys, and I trust their judgment more than anyone's, and I just did what I was told, basically, like a schoolboy. So I knew that this was big, and I knew that we had to save some fuel, and so glad we got it done.
You've won the championship, you've won Bathurst, you're 26. What comes next?
Oh, who knows? I've got more to achieve here, and just want to keep winning and doing the best job for my team and our sponsors and our partners, our supporters. We have an amazing fan base all week. It's been unreal. The drivers' parade on Wednesday, we had so much red out there, red shell, V-Power red, and yeah, it was just unreal for the support for me and Alex and Fabian and Tony. So look, I'll enjoy this one, but a couple of weeks away, we're back to business. But I have a few beers, that's for sure.
Final one from me. Dick's first in 25 years. Obviously,
Yep.
Roger's first.
Yep.
Good win for them.
Yeah, really proud to do it for the whole franchise, the whole team. We've come a long way. I joined in 2017 when things were on the up, and really proud to contribute what I have. But there's a lot of people back home in the workshop, and people behind the scenes, especially Shell V-Power, that have jumped on board when basically the team was, not performing as well as we were as we are now, and they've stuck by us the whole time, and proud to do it for all of those guys.
We'll take it over to Alex. Well done, Scott. Congratulations. Thanks. It's been a long time since an international driver has won the great race. What do you think this means to you as an international to take this back?
Yeah, well, it means a lot, for sure. I mean, it's been really hard. We put so much effort during the whole weekend for winning that race. There was, for sure, so much pressure, especially coming from the journalists. Always was asking, how do you feel under pressure and things like this? But it's always about speculation. But it's crazy. It's insane. I mean, Roger this year they won the Indianapolis 500 with Simon Pagenaud, French guy. Then the second French guy is winning Bathurst. That's perfect. I mean, I think there is something good in the recipe, and that's good. So just enjoying winning for DJ Tim Penske, for Shell V-Power, for Dick Johnson also. It's been 25 years ago that Dick won the last race for the team. So just unbelievable. I mean, honestly, in the pit, in the garage, the last 20 laps, that was insane. So much emotion and gambling and things like this. So. I mean, even my stomach, maybe tomorrow I should get to see a doctor, because it's so stressful, honestly. I mean, it's been a lot. I mean, I did a lot of races, but it's been amazing.
Well done, Alex. Really, really happy for you too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shane, mate, it's that classic case of every time there's a classic sporting moment, someone ends up on the wrong side of the draw today. That just happened to be you.
Yep.
Not a question, I get it. So let's talk about the restart then. Talk us through that last lap.
Yeah, I knew I was going to have a go, and same as Scotty, you try to keep as much temp as possible while saving the fuel, and got through the first two corners and saw he had more grip. So once he got through those, you get a clear run over the top. And it was tough. I thought we might have been on. I could see he was starting to save more and more, and I was hitting better than the number I was given. So I knew I'd have a few more on that last couple of laps, but what could have been. But certainly we got knocked down a few times today, and the work in the pits, getting back through, and then got held up under safety car by someone, and it was made it tough.
That was my next question. You okay with what happened behind Fabian, or is that dirty pool?
I haven't seen it properly, but yeah, I'll stop talking. Yeah. Someone else, yeah.
Well, I've got to ask you about it. I mean, had he not done that, you probably would have been leading the race.
Don't. I don't want to say anything, but it's pretty obvious what happened. But probably, it still we would have had to fight it out with Jamie and Scotty, which would have been awesome, and we would have had to been closer. We were stuck behind so many more cars, so much more traffic. But it is what it is. That car's been sacrificial lamb all year, so deal with it.
Okay, well done today, mate. Great drive
Cheers.
from you in the last few laps. JC, back on the podium.
What about GT?
I'm going to get to the journos here as well. More important people than me to ask some questions. Your drive today and the last restart from your point of view.
I just watched him drive off, unfortunately, and made sure old mate behind me. I cleared turn one and saw Jamie had a bit of a slide and I had a good gap to him. So then I just watched and hoped for these guys to run into each other. But unfortunately, they both kept it together and it was a long day for us and to come away with third, we're pretty happy. And to do it this bloke beside me and how many times he's been up here to do it and the family history and all that sort of stuff is pretty special for me. So, it's a good day.
Good way to farewell the team?
Yeah, I got some more races to go yet. So, it would have been better to win, but I guess I'll have to take third. It's better than fourth.
Okay, let's get to the journos in the room.
And that's it, I guess.
Jack, can you just talk a little bit about what standing on the Bathurst podium meant to you?
Yeah, I've been trying a bloody long time. So I think Dad's had about 15, so to get one of them is pretty cool. I've been trying real hard. We've been real close over the years, driven really well, driven really bad sometimes as well. So, I'm just proud of James and the team to give us a car that was sort of good enough to get on the podium. And, pretty cool. Heaps of people down there. And, I was just really happy. I'll have a few beers tonight, although I'm crook. So,
Can we please keep the questions going for second and third in the race, please?
Poor Garth hasn't been asked anything yet. So, Garth, how was your first Bathurst experience driving with 888?
Seemed to go pretty well. Would have been nice to be one spot further up on the podium, but I was really happy with my performance, my stints in the car. The speed was pretty good. Team's been fantastic as far as welcoming me into the organisation. I felt like the new bloke all year, sharing with Shane and Jamie and Craig, who've been part of 888 for so long. So they've been really fantastic integrating me into the organisation, and the way the race played out today, there was no hiccups, no snags. It all went pretty smoothly. It's just that we came a little short in the end. But I'm happy, and we'll try again next year.
Scott, how hard is it to drive to a fuel number like that and watch the leader run away from you?
When they're saying that he's probably going to pit unless it's a safety car, you just believe in your team and you believe in just watching that number and hitting it right. Thankfully, we were able to have enough pace to be able to hit it a lot more than we thought. But when he pitted and the safety car and we got the lead, I knew that clear air was going to help as well, even though we were saving a lot in the draft. It was just you always trust your gut, trust your team, trust your gut and how you can drive the car. And certainly, saving the fuel there was a lot easier than I thought.
Do we have any more questions for second and third? Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We'll keep our winners there for now. Just one moment, Scotty. Don't go too far, Alex. Thank you, guys. Get us started. I'll start with DJ. 25 years, Dick. Is anything today feel like it did back in 1994 when you were driving?
Because I'm a lot older, mate, things feel a lot different, I can tell you. And it's not any different the way you feel when you win something, but it's just the other bits don't handle it as well.
Is this as sweet as the championship last year or better?
Well, one thing at a time. I think the championship, you get more than one shot at it, where with this event, you got one shot and one shot only, and if you make a mistake early in the piece, it can cost you the whole event. And fortunately, everything went our way today.
Scott, he's an absolute superstar, isn't he? And you've been watching him for the last few years now. You've seen him develop to become one of the, if not the best in the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is that behind every good guy is not only a good female, but certainly a good bunch of guys. And to have the Penske organisation with us doesn't mean to say it comes with a whole heap of money at all. It's a fact that we've still got all the same guys in the team, a few more than what we originally had, but all the original guys are still there. So it was a real team effort, and I think having Scotty up the front there is a real bonus, because he certainly, from our point of view, he's a cut above the rest.
Congratulations, Roger, as well. First Bathurst victory. You sat here a couple of days ago and said that's what you came here to achieve. So job done. Well done.
Well, thank you. I think that, we came here, I think back in 16. Is that right, Dick, when we got together? Yep. And, we were way back at the back of the grid, and, we saw, the teams that have been so successful here. And I think it was a journey for us. It wasn't going to happen overnight, but as we gained the people and the experience and the integrity of our guys and the commitment, I guess, and the effort of the drivers, and Scotty, we saw him run when he was running the Volvo. We knew that possibly we could get him on our team. It was going to make a big difference. I think we've grown together. The one thing I'd have to say is that he's kind of gotten the momentum within the team and lifted it. And when you lift it, he lifts the whole place. And I think that helps lift him to the next level. And I said it many times this weekend. He reminds me a lot of Mears, who's won the Indianapolis race 4 times, and he could always dig deeper and get it for us. And I think I knew that today. Van Gisbergen obviously is a terrific racer. I think the thing that impressed me the most in a race this important to everyone, to see how these guys raced each other, even the last lap. I mean, there was a lot of times you could have gotten together, but lap after lap, the way they raced. And I see that, weekend after weekend. Sure, everybody slips up from time to time, but I'm really impressed with that personally. And from the race, I think it's right at the top. I mean, you probably the only race we haven't won is Le Mans. And, that's a big race. But to stand with Dick and certainly Alex, we had that French bread with us this weekend. And I know that Simon was on the winning car in IMSA today, too, was big. But to stand up there on the podium with all those people there and see the support from Ford and Shell V-Power and all our partners was pretty special. But I think, Scotty, has got a great future with us. People ask, what are we going to do next? We got a job to do here, and at the right time, we'll figure that out. But I just want to thank Dick and certainly Ryan Story for, letting us come in and join them and build this thing together, because it's one team, it's not 2 cars, and that's how we kind of operate. So I can't thank everybody enough for the sport.
Shane sat there and was very careful about his words regarding the 12 and what happened with the safety car. Fabian had to take one for the team today. He played a bit of a team role today. Is that fair to say?
Look, I'm not sure that made the difference of who's going to win the race. And to me, we can look at it and talk about it, but it's secondary as far as I'm concerned when you think about what happened at the end. Everybody had a chance. When that was all over, the 2 top guys up there had a chance to duel there at the end, and the outcome was obviously what we wanted.
Congratulations on winning the great race.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's open it up to the journalists now.
Mr. Penske, you put a lot of stock in people. This team, whilst you've been able to come in and help them get some other new people to the team, it does have a big, solid core from Dick's days. In fact, people like KC, who were here this weekend, he reminded us that Dick near knocked his head off the last time Dick won when he was on the wall. How does that sit with you when you see that everyone talks about what you brought into the team, but what was already here and that you've been able to develop?
Well, we had obviously had different opportunities when we said we wanted to join this, and I think Dick and Ryan came to our shop to see how we operated, and they had a core of people. I think that we came here to win. No other reason to be here, and obviously things that people probably don't realize, that the business to business we've been able to do in this country and in New Zealand, and the building of our brand has really come off the shoulders of what these folks have done. And I think Dick's his notoriety and his stature, I'd say his stature in the sport, we couldn't have picked a better person, because he keeps that that mantra that he's built over so many years, and for us to be able to come in and partner with Ian and Ryan has made a difference. And it's all about people. Everybody can build a car, everybody has a truck and a shop, but at the end of the day, it's these guys up here that make the difference.
And Alex, what was it like out there leading the race and having that prolonged time where you're just sucking up all that pressure?
Yeah, I mean, the race, yeah. I mean, yeah, pressure again, yeah. We are talking, yeah. No, but, I mean, there was a good race. I mean, there was like a different situation, yeah. When I was in the car, yeah, I think at some stage I was leading the race. Some stage, yeah, I was defending, yeah, not blocking, but defending my position against the main guys. But, yeah, they were pretty fast. I mean, you know, like when you're in that position as a co-driver, yeah, you want to deliver the best job possible, which I did, I think, and I was taking no risk. Yeah, there was no time in the car I say, oof, that would have been close. Yeah, so I was far from to be to the limit, which I like it, yeah, because it showed that yeah, I delivered the job and I just gave the car right to the right position, yeah, to Scott, yeah, to finish the race. After that, the race, you know, the last 60 laps, it's been really stressful and hard, yeah, because there was like always like a lot of like running safety car. But yeah, I felt pretty good, and I think yeah, we delivered the job, and we're proud of our team. Yeah.
Scotty, Roger alluded to it a moment ago. You've made no secret of your desire to wanting to race overseas, particularly NASCAR. What does this? You've talked about wanting to tick the boxes. What does this mean for that in terms of ticking this off the list? And I guess Roger, can you expand on what his future potentially is with this team?
Well, let me just say this. I think that, you know, we're running in 3 different series there. We've got a job to do here. We're committed to our sponsors, you know, long-term basis. So we have to look at that. And I think that we want him to come over. I mean, he'll have to start just like we did here. But he's got a good future, and you'll see him in America, I'm sure, in the near future. No, I think that it's just part of a plan. And I think together, along with Tim Cindric and the rest of the team, we just have to decide what's the best path that he's able to join and move forward in his career.
What makes him, in your eyes, do you think, a good potential NASCAR driver?
Well, let's call him a race driver. He's a guy that knows how to win. He knows how to go fast. And he has a great commercial savvy, which is so important to us in today's world as we deal with our partners.
I'll race a wheelbarrow if I need to.
Good luck in the wheelbarrow 1000,
Yeah.
mate. Congratulations today. Lastly, you celebrated by putting McNuggets in the championship trophy. What are you going to do this time?
I can't pull the top off that thing. So, anyone got an angle grinder? No, I'm joking. Look, yeah, it's a stupid thing I did, Roger. But lucky you're not on social media. No. Look, I just can't wait to get back and see the guys. So let's wrap this thing up and get going. Yeah.
Deal. You're on. Well done, mate. See you at Service
Thanks.
Paradise. Congratulations. Thank you, gentlemen.